a little bit of a break during the graduating exams, and now we are back, and this is our second session. Plate till they satiate. So today we are having a plating competition. Today our presenters are Chef Melroy and Andre Sir. Our judges for the 4 different sections of this competition. Our appetizers are Chef Prasad, main course is Meher Ma'am, dessert is Chef Melroy, and coffee is Andre Sir. We still have a little unfinished business. We had a wonderful Halloween event, and I would like to thank Roma Ma'am and Chef Prasad for presenting the costumes and the set desserts. I would like the judges, Chef Melroy and Elenka Ma'am. Chef Melroy judged the set desserts and Elenka Ma'am judged the costumes. I would like to now call upon Elenka Ma'am to announce the winners of the costume competition.
Yes, so a very good afternoon, Annabelle Ma'am, and a very good afternoon to our students, to Chef Melroy and the staff who are watching.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. So yes, everyone's waiting for the winners of the Halloween costumes, and I must say it was very difficult to judge and to come to a decision. Very close finish. The creativity, the ingenuity of the costumes, the colors, the combinations, and yes, also the speeches that they gave with regard to their costumes, absolutely fascinating, very impressive. So before I even announce the winners, I want to congratulate each and every participant of the Halloween costume contest. You all have done a fantastic job and have put in so much of effort, and for that, kudos to you all. You all deserve a round of applause for that. But yes, we do have our 3 winners. Our first prize winner is Methodius, and that is Mark D'Souza from the first year. Methodius,
Congratulations!
Congratulations to Mark. Beautifully
Thank
done,
you,
Mark. Your script and the way you enacted the little scene was fascinating indeed. Congratulations and well done, Mark. Our second prize winner is from the first year, Vinil Moniz as Count Morbius. Vinil, congratulations to you and well done. Excellent costume display, and even your speech was superb. So well done, Vinil. And we have our third prize winner, and that is Meryl Pereira, Pennywise. Meryl Pereira from the third year. Meryl,
Congratulations.
Superbly spoken. Absolutely fantastic. So very well done to all our winners. Congratulations. And yes, to all the participants. Once again, guys, thank you. It was beautiful and it was truly a privilege to judge it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Annabelle.
Thank you, Elenka Ma'am, and thank you for also dressing up and getting totally with the whole program for the day. So thank you very much. Chef Melroy?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everybody. So, to announce the plated dessert, I'm here and let's start with it. So first of all, we won't go with the order. The first special prize, there's a special prize for innovation and concept and a story behind the dessert. That goes to Sarah John from the second year, who did a dessert named To Wall Street. And really, it was amazing. And I regret that I did not get to taste it. We all did. So the next prize, we start from the back. The third prize goes to Tanya Kasare from the second year, who did chocolate graveyard. Congratulations, Tanya. Then we move on to the next. The second prize goes to Lisa Correa from the second year for haunted graveyard. I love the plating. It was a tough decision. And hats off to you, Lisa. I love the color, the concept, and the idea behind every flavors. I wish I could taste this. And the first prize goes to Danisha Gomes from the third year, who did a gingerbread agata, where she created a wonderful theme with the backdrop and the little drama which she created. Was amazing. Thank you so much. And congratulations, everybody, those who participated. Do not feel low. Next time, you need to raise your bar, put in more efforts, think more, and definitely you might get one of those places. So thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Chef Malroy. Thank you. So before we get into our, first I need to congratulate all the winners for both the costumes and for the set desserts. I also would like to call on Andre sir, because we have a student who is on the winning panel of D.Y. Patil's National Bartending competition. And sir has some very important news, which we all need to go with absolute flurry and go to Facebook once this webinar is over and try and get 1 million likes. Okay? So let's do the Trump thing and come on, let's get 1 million likes. Okay? Because we are a huge group, Don Bosco. We should be able to get that many likes. So Andre sir, would you like to present what we should be doing?
Surely, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right, so we have two students from representing Don Bosco College of Hospitality Studies. That's Melroy Rodrigues from the second year and Ashley Rangnekar from the third year. In fact, they have both excelled, truly excelled in this national competition. It was cutthroat competition, but literally there are 5 finalists and we have Ashley, who is one of them. So Ashley now needs to get a huge number of views, likes, and shares to win this competition. All right, so he's competing with students from all over India, and we are going to support Ashley in winning this competition.
Lovely. Thank you, Andre sir. Thank you for the involvement in making sure that they got ready and they were primed for this event. It's really simple to get the likes. It's not just keep posting it and telling your friends. It is every single group that you belong to, keep posting it on that group and keep reminding people to like it. That's how you get 1 million likes, okay? And trust me, I watched the video. It is really exciting to listen to him because he's really been thinking outside the box. So thank you very much. And we wish him all the best. We know that he's going to. Let's put it out into the universe that he's going to win.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Lovely, Ashley. We wish you all the very best. And thank you, Andre sir. Thank you, Ashley. And
thank you, ma'am.
So now we will start off with just a little bit of background on the art of plating. Okay. So how do you get from a dinosaur drumstick a la Fred Flintstone to the edible florist paintings of Noma to the walk through the woods by Dominic Crane? How did we make that leap? How did we make the leap from meat at a certain point on the plate and potatoes at another point and vegetables at another point, and then you pour the sauce, which made it look so drab, to the beautiful stylings of Ferran Andrea and Alinea and Dominic Crane? So there's a little history. If we go back really far beyond, initial buffets and banquets, they actually, you know, you think when you kids are doing your events, you think, oh, you know, we have to do these paintings here and put, it used to be done even in the Dark Ages. So they would put up mosaics and murals and beautiful tapestries and create the ambience for their lovely, you know, banquets, which were where the food really was probably tasty, but pretty much slob on the table. And this pretty much continued to the medieval ages, where actually, to make it look even better, they brought in live cattle and they had live sculptures and shows. And they even had one emperor who crushed pearls and put flecks of gold just to enhance and make it look even better. But how did we get to this point? Okay, so apparently in the medieval ages, which I'm sure your food production and food and beverage teachers have taught you, is that there were these huge trenchers that were made, which was day-old bread. You dug this little hole into it and you slobbed on the stew or the porridge or whatever you were serving. We have to thank this wonderful, beautiful lady called Catherine de Medici, who was the daughter of a very impressive Florentine man who was married off to Henry II of France. She was the lady that brought us the fork, beautiful banquets, the way in which it was served. She brought all of that finesse to this beautiful world of food. But it was Louis the XVI of Versailles. If anybody has been to the Palace of Versailles, he was the person who actually put food, cuisine, the French cuisine, as an integral part of French culture. However, again, it's relegated to these beautiful palaces and the emperors and, you know, all these people. It was not brought down to everybody. So then came Marie Antoine Carême, who was, if most people don't know, was an architect turned celebrity chef, the first ever celebrity chef. And he made all these beautiful creations for Napoleon, and one of them was croquembouche. Now, thanks to MasterChef and to all the lovely pictures that you'll see all over in the food shows, everybody knows what croquembouche is. And it's definitely, there takes a lot of placement, and you need to know the principles of architecture to make sure that it doesn't turn into a croquem completely flattened out, right? A croquembouche. Now, besides doing all of this, this gentleman brought the mother sauces and your flavorings. So today, when you fry fish and you say, oh, I need a sauce that is, you know, a cold emulsion, do you think it just came out of thin air? No, it didn't. It was somebody like him who kind of went through the food pairings and gave you all these stringent kind of principles that we tend to fall back on for most part. Okay. After him came finally the father of Nouvelle Cuisine, Chef Auguste Escoffier, who brought us the a la carte system. However, still things were still done in big, large trays. Now, there was a reason for it. The kitchen was far away from the dining room. So you had to pile on stuff onto a plate so that it would stay warm. It was only until the designs of restaurants where the kitchen was brought close to the eating area was where individual plates were born. And then in the 20th century, you had a gentleman named Ferdinand Poin who actually brought the elements which we now consider as part of Nouvelle Cuisine. Seasonal ingredients, natural flavors, perfect service, a light flair, simplicity, elegance. He brought all of that and made it the perfect kind of platform for somebody like Paul Bocuse, who then took us to a neat and detailed plate. To then, when we went to Charlie Trotter and Alice Waters, who took it down to minimalism. I want to read this out to you. And for those of you, you know, my one dream is to be able to go to Noma and to actually have this, is it's called The Forest Floor. And you have this fried reindeer moss with sep, which appears as if the kitchen has taken out a square inch of the Danish forest and put it on a flower pot. You know, I have had the fortune to be able to go to places like Nobu and to Dominic Kren's restaurant. And I have to tell you that, you know, they have taken the art of plating and sauces, which in the 1800s were taken to cover the smells of protein. They've taken those sauces and literally taken the essence of all the ingredients to bring that freshness to your plate. And so today we have the foams of El Bulli, we have a 28 marathon course of Alinea, and we have the birth of molecular gastronomy. And all this works together till finally all our senses are involved. And now food is a show. So let's put on this show, and I'm going to hand it over. Since we have now set, I'm going to ask Justin to play a little video that shows the 50 years of plating. Thank you, Justin. All right. Thank you so much, Justin. And with that, I will hand it over now to Andre sir and to Chef Melroy. Chef Melroy has kindly gone to college and he's prepared this wonderful demonstration. And we have been, been able to see his plating grow over the years, and it's just been an absolute delight to have been on the receiving end of wonderful plates of food. So with that, can I ask Chef Melroy, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. All set.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So once again, good afternoon, everybody. So today I'm just going to show you a quick demonstration on how do I plate and what are the elements that I'm putting on today on a plate. So as you can see, I have a nice light brown color plate. Now, when you say plating, it's all about colors. Definitely it's about flavors. But first, the food should be eye appealing. You eat with your eyes first. So we study that from the first day of Hotel Management College. You study it from the first day, you hear it repeatedly. That first you eat it with your eyes. So first, we are using a plate, a colored plate. You can go for a white plate and accordingly you can play with your colors. Now playing with the colors, I wouldn't appreciate using artificial colorings. We have amazing vegetables out there in the market. So you buy your vegetables and use natural coloring. You make a puree, you make a foam, and so on. So let me show you what I'm doing today. So now, the protein, what I've chosen today is a steak, a fish steak. The steak is of a kingfish, which I have just pan-seared and I've left it to rest. As you can see, that little bit of liquid and the oil which has come out, we need that. That's the main flavor. So I've left it for resting. With it, I have some amazing called zucchini. I have a tomato flower. Then we have some wedges of beetroot, which are steamed. We have some diced deep fried potatoes. Then we have a lotus root chip. And for garnish, we have some edible flowers and some microgreens. And for the sauce, it's quite interesting. Like ma'am said, I'm using an emulsion, which is made with coriander, lemon juice, and garlic.
Lovely.
So that's my emulsion sauce out there. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start. Now, the first thing, what goes on a plate, what I usually prefer is this. This is the beauty of the plate, what I would say, because this is a puree. It can be made with any vegetables, especially vegetables which have a lot of starch content, so that it doesn't leave water. So the puree what I have over here is a pumpkin puree, where I just cook the pumpkin. You can steam it, roast it, blanch it, and you puree it with a little bit of garlic, some acidity and seasoning. So let's start without wasting time. Give it a little shake. All right, so here we go. Sorry. Okay, so back. So I've got some little bit of pumpkin puree. Now here are my tools that I usually use. I'm gonna spread it off straight. So that's pumpkin puree. Now I'm gonna use some tweezers, a little fancy. Here, the cold zucchini.
मला वाटतं घटक स्थापनेसाठी लागणाऱ्या साहित्याची लिस्ट केलेलीच बरी. काही विसरलं तर प्रॉब्लेम नको उगाच. पण आता हा समोर
Please unmute please mute yourselves.
Here comes the potato. We'll go with beetroot. These are just blanched and then lightly sauteed in butter. Then we have our protein on the plate, which is the steak of the fish. So here comes our protein. There you go. Next, we land up with our tomatoes. These are just tomatoes which are blanched. I would say confit, not blanched, sorry. Then we use nice hand of lotus stem. It's not over yet. There's a long way to go. I have all my garnishes up there. So this lotus stem usually adds a little bit of crunch. It gives you a bite to the plate. Next, I'll go with my sauce first, which is a lemon and coriander emulsion. Here we go. Then the final presentation, which is the garnish, where I'm using some greens picked up from the garden. These nice, amazing little leaves of mustard. They are of basil, they are coriander, baby coriander. Looks amazing on the plate. Lastly, with some flowers. Nice honey flowers, which are available here. So I'm randomly just putting them on the fish. Yes, it takes some time. You need a lot of patience while doing a presentation. And now, next one, just to finish up everything. Those are my flowers, a little bit on the plate as well. So it's adds up nice color. I could do many things with this, but I chose to do this. Keep it nice and simple. All right. Next, I would go with the foam. Now, that's very interesting. I've made a foam using a lecithin and coconut milk. So this foam is made with coconut milk that goes up here. And a little bit between all the vegetables on the potato. There you go. So this is a very stiff foam. You may be wondering what is it? It's all about molecular gastronomy. I've used alginate for it, which holds the foam and it makes it a little more stiffer, and it takes a little while to melt. There you go. All right, so that's my main course. Now, just to serve it, we do a little bit of drama. That's what is required. So I'm going to add some smoke to it. So I have a smoker here, which is used for smoking meats, fish, vegetables. So here we go. This is how I would like to serve my dish, with a little bit of drama and a little bit of smoke. The smoke, what I'm using here is an applewood smoke. That's it. All right, so now I'm gonna take it to the table. Here we go. So all nice and smoky inside. Here's my plate. And 1, 2, and 3. Bon appetit. So that's how I would normally serve a steak, a fish steak, to be very specific on. So thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to do something live. And sorry, I'm not cooking in front of you. I've just cooked everything and I'm just presenting for now.
That is absolutely spectacular. Like you said, I wish I was there to taste it, because
Yes.
that is just what plating should be. It takes really tasty food and then literally makes it stand on its head, using so many different colors and textures and beautiful eye-catching the sauces. Oh, Chef Melroy, kudos. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
All right. So I'm going to hand it over to Andre sir.
Yes, ma'am.
And we will start the competition. So
Sure.
just before, just a little side note, that both the judges, as of today, Chef Prasad has his YouTube channel called Chef Prasad Creations. We'd like all the students to check it out. Pretty amazing stuff. And also Chef Meher ma'am has both on Facebook and on Instagram, has a beautiful plating series. She has it on IGTV. You can watch the entire video. So thank you, Andre sir. Go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Just like you, I'm missing tasting Chef Melroy's creations as well.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to move on to the competition today. And we're going to start off course-wise. So we're going to move on to the appetizers. The appetizers that are going to be judged by Chef Prasad. All right. So we are going to be starting off with the first years, and our first candidate for the afternoon is Leanne Carlos with pesto chicken bite. Leanne?
Yes, sure. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Leanne, and as Anjay sir said, I have made my first appetizer is pesto chicken bite. So just let me show you all. So I've made this green oil with basil, and I've blended it with the oil, and then I've boiled it for some time so that all the liquid,
Leanne, you're on mute.
Just 1 second, sir.
No worries.
Yes, so this is my appetizer.
Looks beautiful and absolutely colorful. Super. Thank you very much, Leanne.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We are going to move on to our next candidate, Miss Misbah Zaveri with honey chili chicken.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Misbah, and I'm going to present to you honey chili chicken, an appetizer I think that everyone would like to have in an Indian Chinese. It's just like a snack, you can grab it anytime, and it has a lot of sweetness and spiciness mix. So it gives a lot of flavor. So I like to show you my dish. I have just sprinkled some roasted sesame seeds and put over a little honey and the sauce that I made with the honey chili chicken. And they're deep fried, a little unhealthy, but I think they're very yummy. So it's crispy also, spicy and sweet along.
I think with a dish like that, we are not going to be worried about it being unhealthy when it looks that delicious.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Misbah. We move on to our next candidate from the first year, Miss Raime Pinto with Dynamic Ocean.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I've made Dynamic Ocean. Basically, it's out of shrimp. So let me show it to you. So this is how it looks. It has parsley, it has prawns, it has herb butter potatoes, and it is served along with chipotle sauce and mayonnaise, and it's accompanied with a smoothie. So it's spicy. At the same time, it has that tanginess, it has that buttery taste, and that taste of herb. So overall, it's the Dynamic Ocean. Thank you, sir.
That's a beautiful presentation, and also with the accompaniments along with that, as well as the beverage. Super, super, Raime.
Thank you, sir.
We move on to our next candidate, Miss Rachel D'Souza from the first year with Indian Flag.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I made kebabs of the 3 colors of the flag, that is orange, white, and green. On here, I'll just show. So this is chicken tikka, this is malai chicken, and this is chicken pahadi grill. So in this, I have basically used fresh masala. Like I ground the masala myself using Kashmiri chilies. This is malai chicken. I made the yogurt in the house itself. So basically everything is homemade. I didn't get anything from out. And the coriander is which I grow in my garden. I have used that only, coriander and chili both. So this is basically a simple sweet dish.
That's beautiful, and it really looks very nice, very appetizing, Rachel. Super.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Our next candidate from the first year is Miss Shruti Jadhav with cheese potato balls.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I have made this appetizer named potato cheese ball. I've just made it with boiled 2-3 potatoes, mashed with and added black pepper powder, 1 teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 cups of mozzarella cheese, and just deep fried, coated with egg, and deep fried it. So this is my appetizer.
So when you have a bite of it, is there a burst of mozzarella, Shruti?
Yes, sir.
All right, lovely. And is there a special sauce that you use to accompany it, or is it ketchup?
No, sir, it's just tomato ketchup and leaves of coriander.
Lovely, lovely. Sounds interesting. Thank you very much, Shruti.
Thank you, sir.
Our next candidate from the first year is Mr. Nishant Sawant with cheesy potato fritters.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Nishant.
So just a second. So this is a bread coating of fritters made with a sauce, and the sauce is made up of pudina, coriander, lemon, and a little bit yogurt, so that it gets the consistency. Yeah, that's it. That's all. And the stuffies I've used are like capsicum and carrot, a corn, and that's all I've stuff that I've taken.
Wow, that looks very beautifully plated. A lot of elements gone into it, Nishant.
Thank you, sir.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you, Nishant.
Thank you, sir.
We then move on to Rohan Lewis with chicken roulade with fresh tomato sauce.
Good afternoon, Chef. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Rohan.
Yes, sir. Just a second. So this is the chicken roulade which I've made. So what is chicken roulade? Chicken roulade means a dish cooked, served cooked or is typically made from a flat piece of a meat thread with a filling of which is something soft and rolled up into spirals. So what I have done, I've taken chicken breast pieces, cut it into half, and hammered it and made it nice and flat, and then added cheese and spinach, and then rolled it, then egg washed it, and then added some seasoning, chili flakes, oregano, and baked it. And then afterwards, I made this fresh tomato sauce. Then afterwards, I've laid it with, you can see this spinach. Then down is tomatoes, and then over that I've kept my chicken roulade. And here is some spring onions, carrot, and sliced lemon. And here I've made a cream cheese which is sour and even sweet. It is accompanied with chicken roulade.
Wow. I mean, that's next level altogether, making a chicken roulade in the first year itself. Super. Rohan, how long did you bake it for?
I baked it for 15 minutes on one side and on the other side again for 15 minutes.
Super. Looks delicious and sounds very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, Rohan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
We then move on to our next candidate from the first year. That's Sangram Pomenkar with Mexican pocket with cheese sauce.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone. So I have made Mexican pocket with cheese sauce. Wait a minute, sir, I will show you. So this is an Mexican pocket, which is this is cheese sauce. For this, I use flour, milk, and cheese, a little bit of salt and pepper powder, and I'm garnished with this coriander. So, and for the Mexican pocket, it's look as simply we can cook this, and we can eat this in 1 or 2 bite portion only. And it is very simple, like even we have to make arrange any party and we forget to make any starters or anything, so this made very quickly in maximum 1 hour or half an hour, and it tastes very delicious. And one more thing I want to mention, this dish I have chosen by Chef Prasad Creation.
Super, lovely. Sangram, what is the filling in the pocket that you've used?
Oh, okay.
I think we've lost Sangram.
Sorry. In the pocket. Excuse me, sir. It's I think now it's visible.
Yes.
So in the pocket, I have used onions, capsicum, coriander, and tomato sauce, chili flakes, and main thing in Mexican cuisine is oregano and chili flakes. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Sangram.
Thank you, sir.
We then move on to our last candidate from the first year. That's Manoj Burman with crispy chicken salad with sriracha honey and barbecue dressing.
Hello, sir. So first of all, I start off. This is my dish. I just show you. So basically, this dishes consist of lettuce with some yogurt, the flavor yogurt. This one is strawberry yogurt. This is blueberry. This is mulberry, with some fried chicken fingers and with some feta cheese, tomatoes, and mint leaves with some barbecue sauce. Simple, classic, elegant.
That's a burst of color, I have to say. Lovely.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Manoj. Thank you. We then move on to the second years. And our first candidate from the second years is Miss Shushti Reddish with beetroot cutlet and apple sauce.
Good afternoon, sir. And good afternoon, all. So today I'll be presenting beetroot cutlets with apple sauce and some sour cream on top of it. So here is my dish. Here is my dish. So there is applesauce on the side. This is just plain Jain ketchup, which I packet use, and this is sour cream. This is coriander and the cutlets. So the cutlets, it has potato, beetroot, and some green peas. It's inside, so we can't see it. And there's a lemon wedge because I want to add some freshness in this. Yeah. I hope
So
you like
Shishti,
it.
how did you go about making the applesauce?
Sorry, sir?
How did you go about making the applesauce?
Applesauce, I just basically use some pepper powder, lemon, and sugar, and apples. And I toss it in butter, white butter.
All right. Lovely. Sounds rich and interesting. Lovely. Thank you so much, Shishti.
Thank you, sir.
Our next candidate from the second year is Miss Lisa Correa with Honey Chicken Maniac.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, Lisa, you are.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everyone present here. So I decided this dish because I wanted to create something different, something crazy. That's why I named it Honey Chicken Maniac. So just wait a minute. I hope you all can see the dish.
Yes, Lisa, we can.
Yes, so I named this dish because it looks like a madness on a plate. So it is basically a soya roasted chicken accompanied with two sauces. So there's a pink sauce and there is a purple sauce. So I have used a beetroot juice for this because I hate using like artificial colors. So I used all natural colors for this dish. So to give it a darker tinge, I used a little more beetroot juice. And then afterwards, I have over yellow. There's a yellow sauce. It's honey and mustard sauce. And for the orange one, I've used a little bit red chili oil to give it a darker tinge. And here we have zucchini rolled and blanched. And then there is a coral tuile. Yeah, so this is my dish. I hope you can see it.
Lisa, looks absolutely beautiful. And I think that's the most same crazy maniac chicken I've ever seen. All right. So it's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Our last candidate for the appetizer category is from the second year once again, Mr. Joel Correa with Juicy and Lava Treat.
Good afternoon, sir, and all.
Good afternoon.
So, I always liked eating chicken lollipops, but I had never thought of plating them. So today I thought of doing it. So So these are juicy chicken lollipops made in the style of Drums of Heaven. Basically, I have made the lollipops and given it a coating of 4 different sauces, which is Szechuan chutney, chili sauce, soya sauce, and ketchup. And I have rested it on a lemon slice and garnished with coriander and with a crunchy lava cheesy ball, which is there, and it is accompanied with a designed beetroot below it and an onion over it and a relish of tomato sauce and mint chutney. Thank you, sir.
Wow, that's superb, Joel. Fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joel. I think just with the first part of this competition, that's the appetizers, which just set a very competitive tone for moving on to the main course, the dessert, and the coffee. So thank you very much for all the participants. I'm sure Chef Prasad is going to have a very tough time deciding on the winners of this part of the competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andre, sir.
Thank you, Chef.
Now we move on. After the appetizer, we move on to the main course. So for the main course, the first contestant who is coming is from the first year, Rachel D'Souza.
Good afternoon, everyone. So this is my dish. It's egg masala with rice, cucumber, and this is a Goan sweet. It's called the dos. So it's basically made of coconut and milk. And I have used coconut and milk even while making egg masala. So I thought it would be kind of crazy to even make this and serve it with this. Just my own creation.
All right, Rachel. Thank you. We move on
Thank
next
you, sir.
with, thank you, Manoj Varman from the first year again.
Yes, sir. So, sir, just give me a second. Just give a second. Yeah. So, sir, here's my dish.
Wow.
So, sir, basically, I tell the style of the plating. This is called diabetic plating, right? So, basically, diabetic plating consists of starch, lean protein, and some vegetables. But I have, changed some style in it. So, basically, what I did, this is vegetables, starch is the rice, and with some salamis on it, fingers on it, and with some prawns in it. Lemon, simple prawns in it.
Okay.
With some cheese. So it will be served with one of the best sauce, tangerine sauce, with a reduction of red wine. It will serve with that. So this is barbecue rice with which gonna taste good with wine and tangerine sauce. So here's my dish.
Wow. Amazing. A lot of proteins out there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Manoj. Next, we have Roshan Nair from the first year again. Roshan Nair.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. This is Roshan Nair, and my dish for today is hazelback chicken topped with chimichurri sauce. So, basically, this is the chicken breast, which I made it into a hazelback, and it is chopped with the chimichurri sauce. And over here, we have a salad, and basically, I've plated it like this.
All right. Looks amazing. And why Hasselback? How did you make the Hasselback?
Okay, so basically, Hasselback chicken is this. You see this fine cuts over here. The name Hasselback actually is for these cuts. Like the chicken breast, you actually finely cut it from between, so that there are these gaps over here. If you see slightly, and I happened to come across this dish, so I just tried making it.
Good job. I wish you all the
Thank
best.
you, sir.
All right. Next, we have Raimi Pinto.
Yes, sir. So you can say this is the continuation, like after the appetizer, the main course is interrelated. So yeah, this is my fish on hill. It consists of herb rice with mushrooms. It is bordered with corn, and up is the fish, which was put on a grill pan. It consists of lemon, butter, garlic, and a certain herb like parsley. So it's accompanied with French fries, the sauce, and fruit juice. So this
Can
in
you
total is my fish on hill.
What's the name of the dish? Sorry, I didn't get it.
It's a fish on hill.
Okay, fish on hills.
The fish.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Looks amazing. I love the color of the corn. Is the corn cooked? The sweet corn?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it cooked?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Raimi. All thanks to you. Next, we have Sonal Saldana from the first year again.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
So I have made Malwani mutton sukha. I have served it with a mixture of mashed potato and cooked rice, and garnished it with coriander leaves as well as cuts like a salad, you can say. Since Malwani is spicy, so eating it with mashed potato and rice can balance the flavor. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. For how long did you cut this mutton? Cook the mutton for?
6 whistles, like the boiling part, right?
Yes.
For 6 whistles.
Okay. Thank you, Sonal.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we move on to Aneri Mehta from the first year.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, okay,
Good
let me
afternoon.
just show you.
I guess your camera is not on, Aneri.
Okay, so here it is. What I feel is plating is not only about, just plating those exotic food preparations. Sometimes it can also be as simple as rajma chawal, as simple as dal rice. And so let's just come to the plate now. What I did here is I lined the gravy first on the plate, and I had this comb, and I just slided the comb towards the left hand side. Then I've placed the cooked rice and aligned the kidney beans one after the other. And to add on that punch of freshness, what I did is took some basil leaves and garnished it with that. So, yeah.
All right.
And also,
Excellent.
I would love to dedicate this plate to all the beautiful moms out there.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Aneri.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next we move on to Misbah Zaveri.
Good
Misbah.
afternoon, chef.
Good afternoon.
I'll go to my dish directly and then talk about it. This is actually first I'd call it the pesto bowl, but now I think I should call it the pesto burp. Not to feel weird because of the burp, because it's so much, there's so much of pesto. There's pesto in the chicken, there's pasta, and also a very little pesto in the rice. I did. And to flavor the rice, I gave it a flavor of garlic and chili. And the pasta also has chicken and it's cooked in olive oil. And for the pesto sauce, well, I didn't use pine nuts, I used almonds. And just garnish it with a little salad and accompaniment of a citrus juice, as chef told me yesterday. And I tried something new with the napkin here. So just give it my plating. And that's my dish.
Lovely. Amazing. But why rice and pasta both together? Just to worry you. Why pasta and rice both together?
Well, I wanted to accompany the chicken with something, the pesto chicken and rice. And I do love eating rice with anything. So I just accompanied it and tried something new.
All right, Misbah, thank you. All the best.
Thank you, chef.
Welcome. Okay, next we have Rohan Lewis from the first year again.
Hi, good afternoon once again. So this is my dish, which I've made the fish munier. One second. Okay. So this is a dish. It is known as fish munier. So fish munier is what? Munier means mostly fish, which is cooked and served with lightly browned butter and lemon juice and parsley. So what I have done, I've taken fish, which is a kingfish. I've roasted it with butter, then spring onions, parsley, and lime juice. And then I've taken one potato, boiled it. After boiling, I cut it into half, put it in a pan with butter and with dill leaves and tossed it very nicely. And then I've taken rice and then plated. Yeah, I've used spring onion.
Right.
Sliced lemon and the sauce over there.
What's that sauce? Basically below the
Sir,
lemon?
this is yes, sir. This is what when I cook the fish. So the remains of that. So with the butter, and I've poured the butter onto this full dish. With this, I've full poured the butter, which is you can see this is yellow over here. And
All
so
right.
this is that spring onions, dill leaves, and parsley.
Okay, Rohan. Thank you. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Last from the first years, we have Leanne Carlos.
The name of my dish is berry lamb chop. So as the name says, it is made of berry, and I've used prune and blueberry. Also, I have made in the sauce which I have used, I've used prune and blueberry and rum, and also like mutton stock mixed together, and a hint of like a hint of spice with our peppercorns is just mild flavor, and then you get all these, it gels along very well. And I've accompanied it with mashed potato and some veggies to keep your balance, and accompanied with a beer as it is really hot.
All right. Thank you. That looks amazing. And it's a really cool attempt to pair a berry with a lamb.
Thank you, chefs.
Yes, looks amazing. Next, we move on to the second year. From the second year, we have Amir Khan. Amir Khan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Amir Khan, and I'm here to present my dish, white kapsa rice with chicken garlic sauce. So, yes, my dish. I made white kapsa rice with rice, capsicums, spring onion white, spring onion greens, some onions, and soya sauce, garlic sauce, and then I complete with chicken garlic sauce, boiled eggs, garnished with spring onions, green, and cucumber.
Okay. So, can you please name the dish again for us, please?
White kapsa rice with chicken garlic sauce.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Amir.
So, thank you.
All the best. Next, from the second years, we have Joel Korea.
Yes, sir. So the dish I'm going to present today is a hot temptation. So I have used succulent meat and liver pieces of pork made into a tempting dish called sorpotel. It is served in a crunchy red fruit apple, accompanied with rice and a salad and potatoes. So I've named this dish tempting apple as the apple fruit is tempting, and also having a memorable story with me, as when I was small, I always like to have sorpotel, and once, because I had a sweet tooth with me, like every other kid, like they like to have sweet, I felt it hot in flavor once, but because we were small, and we were not allowed to drink water during food due to many reasons, like it was either the food could get choked or our stomachs could get full. So I could not find anything else rather than an apple on the table, and so I took a bite of it, and both the flavors went really very good, and hence I decided to make this dish by putting the sorpotel in the apple. And yes, thank you, sir.
Great, thank you. Joel, just a quick question. Yes. The apple what you have used, in which you have put the sorpotel, is that apple cooked or it's fresh?
It's fresh, chef.
Okay, it's a fresh apple. So yes, did you pull out everything? Did you remove all the flesh of the apple from it?
Yes, chef. I removed all the flesh from it.
All right. Thank you, Joel.
Welcome, chef.
Next, and the last from the second years, we have Vivina Chiramel.
Good afternoon, chef. Just a minute.
Wow.
So today I have made garlic chicken with beetroot sauce and mashed potatoes. What I have done is I plated the beetroot sauce horizontally and then tilted the plate to get that downward impression. And then I placed the chicken on the center and piped out some mashed potatoes on the side, and then topped the chicken with cubed apple and mint. What I wanted to show was a lot of color on my plate and textures. So I did this. My first try of the plating was not that good, but I think now I did a better job plating now for y'all to tempt, for all of y'all to tempt. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. That looks absolutely divine. Vivina,
Thank you, chef.
all the best to you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Vivek Lobo from the TY. Vivek, your camera.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So let's just dive right into the dish. So I've tried an Oriental take on a beef Wellington. Now I don't know if you can see the smoke, but I can definitely smell it. It's a cinnamon stick that I don't have a smoker, so that's why I have used burnt cinnamon. So it's my take on beef Wellington. Just a second, all right? I just need to garnish it with the jus. So it's a take on beef Wellington. Just a difference is that I, instead of using a duxelle, I've used a beef fry masala from Kerala, my origin, and I've paired it with glazed vegetables and some piped mashed potatoes.
Wow. So what type of pastry did you use?
So I used a puff pastry. So it was a really, if you can see, just a second. So it's a very tough to cut it. I mean to slice through it, and it got a little soggy in between. But to cover up that, I had put a lattice layer on top. So the topmost layer is crusty.
But I love the doneness of your meat.
Yes,
it's
sir.
nice and pink.
Yes, sir.
I love the doneness of the meat.
Yes, sir. So I literally went to Baikala to get this meat from a vendor.
So what type of cut did you use in here?
So I used a tenderloin. Basically, tenderloin. I trimmed it off and just used the Chateaubriand.
Okay, thank you, Vivek.
Thank you, chef.
And all the best. All right, that was all about the main course. Now, moving ahead, I'm going to take you to the dessert route as well. So let's start with the first years once again. We'll start off with Aneri Mehta, who will be showing us the Bombay Karachi Halwa. Aneri Mehta from the first year.
Just a second, sir. Just a second.
Yes.
So here it is. Firstly, Diwali is upcoming festival. So I thought of, giving this Diwali vibe to my dessert. So what I've did here is placed a diya and made a ring out of this beautiful little flowers. And what I've created over here is this Bombay halwa. It is also known as Karachi halwa. It is made up of cornstarch, lime juice, pure ghee, and of course some sugar. And I've topped it with some dry fruits. So yeah.
So how did you get that color to it?
I've added rose syrup. You can also add food colors, but I preferred using rose syrup. So.
All right. Thank you, Aneri. That looks amazing.
Thank
you very much. Next to call upon, we have Alicia De Silva from the first years, who has made triple chocolate mousse.
Greetings of the day to one and all. Thank you, Milroy Chef, for giving me such a great opportunity to showcase my desserts. 1 minute, I'll show it. So I have mousse is a French word which means soft foam, and it is originated from France. So it is incredibly light and it is ridiculously rich in, it is high fat. And yeah, so I have decorated, I have presented in a four glasses in four ways. First, I have used two layers. As you can see, there are two layers. This is milk chocolate and this is dark chocolate. And then I have garnished it with almonds and some cocoa powder, and also with caramel, frozen caramel. And then here I have made this. This has three layers of chocolate. That is, this is a dark chocolate, this is the medium, that is the milk chocolate, and this is the white chocolate. I have decorated it with piping stars. And here, this I named it as the angels and devils. So because it has two kinds of choco chips, that is the white choco chip and the dark chocolate choco chip. Then I have put some almonds, the whole almonds, and topped it with caramel frozen topping. And then this is the last one, which has all three layers. As you can see, I purposely added the whole white choco chip, so that when you eat it, you get a crunchy texture. So this is all I have made today. And yeah, thank you.
That's amazing, Alicia.
Thank you,
And
sir.
that's a sweet treat, actually. All the best to you.
Thank you,
We
sir.
move on with Amar Mohan, who has done Kumbilappa.
Good evening, everyone.
Good.
My name is my desert name is Kumbalappam or Terleappam.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, it's Kumbalappam or Terleappam. It's 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Wait a minute. So it's a Kerala food, Kerala dessert. It is very famous because of its ingredients. Like very easy to get it, like roasted rice flour, cracked coconut, sugarcane jaggery, cardamom powder, and it is baked, like steamed in bay leaf, which is grown in our our house garden.
Okay, that's amazing. Very interesting.
Yeah, it is like it is accompanied with chukku kapi, like we say in dry ginger coffee.
Okay. Thank you for that. I was about to ask you, it's accompanied with something. Thank you for sharing, Amar.
Thank you, chef.
Welcome. Next, we have Manoj Varman again, who has made dark chocolate cake with chocolate ganache and soil.
So here you go.
Yeah.
So basically start off with dark chocolate plating, right? Chocolate soil consists of sugar and chocolate with chocolate truffles. And so one of the main feature, I could say, I use red label scotch.
Hidden treasure.
So alcoholic, a flavor of alcohol and chocolate. Damn. So as you can see the layer.
Right. Very nice.
So
Clean.
I made chocolate ganache in every layer and I put it in there. See.
Okay. So did you make the white chocolate truffle, Manoj?
No, sir. Basically, this is dark chocolate truffle.
Dark. Did you make them?
Yes, sir. With the help
How?
of Calibu chocolate. I used Calibu chocolate. I melted down with whipped cream, and I put it. That's my recipe, and I put it a bit condensed milk, so it thicken up.
Okay.
And I make a ball out of it.
All right. Thank you, Manoj. That's amazing. Next, we have the last one from the first year. We have Aniruddha Kulkarni. Aniruddha Kulkarni, who has made chocolate walnut brownie. Aniruddha Kulkarni. Anirudh, are you here?
Yes, yes. I'm sorry, I was on mute. Yeah. This is my chocolate walnut brownie. I have topped it up with some whipped cream, and on the side is chocolate ganache with some toasted walnuts.
Lovely. What's that on your left hand side? What have you used? I can see some crumbs and some sauce which you have.
That's chocolate ganache. I've used a brush and I've pulled it and I've put toasted walnuts on the side, and that's a bit of soil. The brownie crumbs is added.
Okay, amazing. All the best, Anirudh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next, we move on to the second years. From the second years, we have Tanya Kasare, who has done summer lemon tart.
Good afternoon, Chef. Good afternoon,
afternoon.
everyone. So today I'll be presenting the summer lemon tart, and here's the dessert. Just a second.
Wow.
This is the dessert. The name of my dessert is the summer lemon tart with blackberry compote and the summer fruit. So this is a simple lemon tart. I've made the musical notes with blackberry compote. So I chose this name for the dessert because it was summertime when I started learning music, and therefore.
Amazing. Very nice. Looks amazing. Thank you, Tanya, and all the best to you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Vivina Chiramel once again, who has made Choconut Land.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, it is.
So what I have done is made Choco Nut Land, because why I have chose this name is because this whole dish gives a very tropically vibe. So the dish consists of coconut ice cream with chocolate peanut butter balls and chocolate shavings on top. Just like the other day on MasterChef, I saw that one chef used all the parts of a fish, like each and every part he used. He also used a part and used it in the dessert. So I was very impressed by that, and I used the every component of a coconut. So for coconut ice cream, I used the coconut milk. I took the coconut milk, and the remaining shavings I dried it in the oven, and then I put it on the top of the coconut balls, and then the shell, of course. It has so many uses, but I think this I used it as a plating dish, and I think this is one of my favorite use of coconut shell right now. So I think so. It gives me a vibe like I'm on a beach and eating this ice cream, getting Santa, and it gives that whole vibe. So that's why I named it as Choco Nut Land. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivina. So did you make the ice cream at home? Vivina, did you make the ice cream?
Yes, chef. I made it with coconut milk and whipping cream.
All right. Thank you, and all the best to you.
Thank you, chef.
Next, we move on to Denver Galbano, who has made a dessert dive into dessert.
Good afternoon, chef. Good afternoon, everyone. So the dessert that I have prepared for today, one second. So this is the dessert, dive into dessert. So I kept the name dive into dessert because, as you can see, there are many elements on the plate. So I will explain one. So I have made chocolate cake with chocolate whipping cream, vanilla cake with vanilla cream. I have used grapefruit, that is Chilean grapefruit, that is a large grape, kiwi, and I have in the center I have put homemade choco chip ice cream. So it's a homemade ice cream which I've made using whipping cream, melted chocolate, and a little bit of milk made, And to give a crunch to the ice cream, I have used choco chips.
Wow, looks amazing with a lots of element balance between sweetness, sourness. Yeah.
Yes, and I've also used breadcrumbs so that I give one like a texture to the dessert, like it makes more attractive.
Okay. Thank you, Denver. That's amazing.
Thank you, chef. Thank you, chef.
Next, from the second year, the last from the second year is Sudhir Pradhan, who has made chocolate roll.
Good afternoon, chef.
Good afternoon.
So today I made a chocolate roll. So it's a simple chocolate roll. So here the dish. So can you see it?
Yes.
So basically it's a simple chocolate which I made from the Oreo biscuit. And I've used buttercream for on top of it. And for garnishing, I used cherry, crunch, chocolate, and strawberry syrup.
Wow, that's amazing.
So,
Very interesting.
So can you see the shape of the spoon and fork?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, sir. Thank
It's
you, sir.
visible. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome. Next, from the TYs, we have Siley, who has made
Good
tiramisu
afternoon.
choco pie.
Good
Yes,
afternoon,
Siley.
chef.
Good afternoon.
Chef, here I have my dessert. Just a minute. Yeah, here. So I have made this tiramisu choco pie. The layer which I have at the bottom is the Oreo biscuit crumbs. On top of that, I have this mixture of coffee, chocolate, dark chocolate, cream, which I've set in the fridge. And on top of that, I have cream cheese and whipped cream piping, which I have done like that. Yeah.
Wow.
This is
So is it layered or it
yes,
just
chef.
stops?
It is not layered as such, but yes, it is kind of layering the crumbs and the tiramisu which I've made the stuffing on inside.
Okay.
That. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Siley.
Thank you.
Next, last but not the least, we have Clayton Pereira, who has made the Lotus.
So good afternoon, chef. Something about this dessert is I came up with this dessert because I like this sweet. Most Catholic might know this. It's made on 15th August on Mother Mary's feast. It's called as patoli. So and then I mixed it with the Western style. So your wait for the dessert. So the dessert is here. You can see it. This is this white part over here is a coconut panna cotta with a dulce de leche mousse with a mixed spice crumble, and as you see, there is the petals are made of sugar and caramel, and this is just a random vase I found in my house, and there's a money plant down there for the.
But very well presented.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And I love the sugar crystal what you made out there.
Yes, only one. I shall give one suggestion to people who want to try it. Just please wear gloves before you do it. Otherwise, you'll get many burns like me.
True. Very rightly said. All right, that's about it for the dessert. I wish all the participants all the best. And really, guys, you have raised the bar. Over to Andre, sir.
Thank you, Chef Melroy.
Thank you.
All right, so we cannot complete a meal without coffee. All right. The same with this webinar. We're not going to complete it without a course that entails coffee. So we're going to start off right away with our first years who have styled coffees ready for us this afternoon. or rather this evening right now. We're going to start off with Sonal Saldana with Cafe Mocha.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Sonal.
Since coffee is the most popular beverage in the world, I have made a cafe mocha, which is quite healthy as it increases our energy as well as keeps us fresh throughout the day. And it goes well with digestive biscuits. And I feel a coffee a day keeps the grumpy away. Thank you.
Is there one of the elements, Sonal, that makes it a mocha?
It's the cocoa powder, the addition of cocoa powder.
Superb. Looks lovely. Looks lovely, and you're all ready for tea. Perfect.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to move on to our next candidate from the first year itself, Manoj Barman. And the coffee that he is going to present today is lavender cold coffee with chia seeds and tropical boba.
So basically what you're gonna see is today gonna make you high for sure. So basically I'll be serving, this is a cold brew basically, right? So I just show you. So this is lavender cold coffee. It's basically a cold brew served with beer. So this is the beer, Carlsberg right over here. So once we remove this thing, then we're gonna add beer in it, right? So here how it goes on. So basically, I could say I use around 40 ml of espresso, used with lavender syrup, which is ready-made, the monine, right? I use around 20 ml, and for the for the beer part, I use around 45 ml beer. Already I put in it, and now I put in more in it. So it's around 45 ml beer with popping boba inside. The bubbles are there down here. So this is my drink.
Lovely. That's quite a setup you have there, Manoj.
Thank you, sir.
Manoj, I have a question for you though.
Sure,
instead of beer, is there any other beverage that you could utilize, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Sorry, sir. Pardon?
Instead of beer, is there any other beverage that you could utilize, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Sir, I didn't get you actually.
You use beer, right?
Yes, sir.
Instead of beer, is there any other substitute or alternative that one can use?
Yes, sir. So actually, we could use liqueur, different types of liqueur. Like last time I used lemon liqueur in the coffee.
Okay.
When I was working, and we could use even white liqueur, and we can use many other kind of stuffs like I could say if you go for non-alcoholic, so there are many non-alcoholic beers which taste like beer, so I use that also, like Heineken non-alcoholic beer. So we could say it's just a pinch of alcohol which could just make you high, which gives you a bit alcoholic taste. So we could use alcoholic also and non-alcoholic also, both.
All right, great. That's a lovely insight, Manoj. Thank you very much. We move on to our next candidate from the first year, Aneri Mehta, with iced rose latte.
Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so what I have did here is I've created 3 layers. So the very base layer is made up of milk, and I've infused it with rose water. Now this rose water, I've created this rose water with dried petals, rose petals, and with some sugar. And the second layer is of espresso shot, and the third layer is of milk foam. And then I've topped it with rose petals.
Superb, superb. Looks lovely. The concept sounds very interesting, and once again, you're ready for the festivities. Superb, Aneri.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. We move on to our next candidate from the first year, Shruti Jadhav, will be presenting an Oreo cold coffee as well as a Kit Kat cold coffee.
Thank you, sir, to giving me the opportunity to showcase my coffee. So these are my two coffees. The first one is the Oreo cold coffee. I have used raw and cold milk, ice cubes, coffee powder, sugar, chocolate ganache, and 2-3 mint leaves, and served with it chocolate ganache and mint leaves. Actually, the mint leaves gives the amazing flavor to coffee, and it's quite refreshing. And the same recipe I followed for the Kit Kat. I have replaced the Oreo biscuit with Kit Kat, and there is no mint leaf in that. So these are my both drinks.
Excellent, excellent. And Shruti, what have you used at the base of the glass, around the glass rather, for the Oreo cookie cold coffee? Have you designed it around, or that's the design of the plate? Okay, I think we have lost Shruti.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Shruti, is that the design of the plate for the Oreo cold coffee around
Yes.
the glass?
Yes, sir.
No. You have created a design, or the plate has the design itself?
No,
Is
sir.
it
I created the chocolate ganache.
Oh, lovely. Great. Thank you, Shruti.
Thank you, sir.
Our last candidate from the first year is Rohan Lewis, making an Irish coffee.
Yes,
Rohan, we can't hear
making
you.
Irish coffee. Yes, sir.
Yes, Rohan.
I'll be making an Irish coffee and showing you.
Super.
Okay, so what I've done here, I've taken a spoon espresso. I'll be adding it. Well, give it a nice stir. Now I'm using blender spread whiskey. It is 50 ml. And then again, we'll add the remaining coffee, espresso. And now comes the most important part, and this is the most difficult part to do. The Irish coffee is to put
Rohan,
this white
Rohan,
cream.
just one second. I do not know whether it's me, but I'm not able to see your screen. I'm not too sure whether the others are able to. Yes,
Yes,
now
sir,
I
can you see?
Yes.
Yes. So this is the most difficult part to do.
Rohan, your screen is, I think, frozen.
Frozen, yes.
Yeah.
Slow on network.
Ah, okay. Oh, that looks lovely.
Oh, lovely.
And now just garnish it with little bit of coffee powder.
Beautiful job.
Irish coffee.
That's simply amazing, and that's a beautiful way to finish your meal. I have to say this, Rohan, you
sir, did you like
always, sorry? Absolutely
Did
beautiful,
you like
absolutely
it?
beautiful. Yes, absolutely. And
Thank you.
it's you who always tends to get into different garb each time you're presenting. When one time you're a bartender, one time you get into a chef's garb. Fantastic for that. Thank you, Rohan.
Welcome, sir.
We move on to the second years with our first candidate from the second year being Denver Galbano with Mug or Joy.
Good evening, sir. Good evening to one
Good
and all.
evening, Denver.
Yes. So the coffee which I have made is Mug O Joy. Basically, I chose this name because it's for the coffee. I mean, for the chocolate lovers, because I have used way much of chocolate in this. Beginning with the coffee, I have used Nestle coffee, and I have put 1 tablespoon of warm water, and added to that I added chilled milk, which I've boiled first and then chilled it, and then I've used crushed ice. And to get a creamy texture, I even added 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, and on the top I have used whipping cream and garnished it with chocolate wafer and chocolate stick and some choco chips and cocoa powder. I dusted on top of the whipping cream. So that is the Mug O Joy.
That's definitely a Mug or Joy, Denver. Looks superb and looks completely wholesome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Denver. Our next candidate from the second year is Marshall Malwari with Cafe Bees. Marshall, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, is it visible?
Not to me yet.
1 second, sir. So
yes,
now?
Marshall. Yes.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marshall Malbari. So the drink which I have made is Cafe Bees. This drink is very similar to cappuccino. So the ingredients I've used in it are hot milk, cold coffee, and honey. So here is the layering.
That looks lovely, Marshall.
Yes.
Beautiful presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Great. So, superb. And our last candidate for this evening is from the second year, Miss Jerusha Thomas with cinnamon mocha coffee.
Sir, am I audible?
A little louder, Jerusha.
So now
Yes.
am I audible?
Yes, Jerusha, we can see you as well.
So good evening, one and all. As I am a coffee lover and I love coffee a lot, so I tried making something different while I added a cinnamon powder in it to add a flavor. So here you can see it. Show you. So here is the coffee.
ये आइडिया मैंने दिया था उसको.
So here is the coffee, and tried to make it something different, as simple as I can. So yeah.
Lovely. So to the coffee, you've added some cinnamon powder as well as cocoa powder. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Before adding the cocoa powder, add a little bit of cinnamon in it, so I can have a flavor while I'm mixing it. And to make the foam of the milk, I use the hand machine which we normally use. So I use that for the foam.
Superb, superb. Thank you very much, Jerusha.
So
And that sums up the coffee styling competition as well.
Wonderful. Thank you, Andre, sir, and Chef Melroy.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for presenting all these wonderful stylings, plate stylings of the students. You know, it's wonderful to see the enthusiasm from the first years. I wish my second years and third years would get a little more enthused. We have a lot of fantastic chefs and bartenders, and I would love for them to get energized. Though I have to say, first years, I cannot wait to see you all in person. You know, I have to make a mention that we are kind of seeing the same students. So wake up, everybody else. We have 142 of you, or 44 of you. So thank you very much. I'd like to thank, can I have Chef Prasad and Chef Meher wish all the students who have participated. Chef Meher?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm absolutely delighted with what I've seen today. You know, the best part about the Don Bosco webinars is something for everyone to learn. And although we might be the people who are actually sitting and judging, but I've been sitting here and making my own little notes, and I'm actually learning a lot of stuff from all these students. I love the enthusiasm of every single person who's taken the effort, you know, and congratulations to everyone, because there's something good and beautiful in every plate of food, whether it was the starter, it was the main course, it was the dessert, it was the coffees. It was a beautiful afternoon. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And I'm looking forward to more of that.
Wonderful. Thank you, Meher ma'am. Thank you. And those of you who would like to continue with your food stylings, please follow Meher ma'am. She has a good plating series that is going on, and her food is always scrumptious when it's posted, till we get to taste it in person once the lockdown is done.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just looking forward to waiting for that myself.
Chef Prasad, thank you. We can't. Put your volume up, I think. We can't hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And congratulations, all participants. And we are kind of a stunned to see mostly the first years, the kind of interest they are taking. It's winning is not important, to participate is most important, so that you can get courage to participate next time. And you always learn from your past, which is to excel yourself in your creativity, and that you take as a learning lesson, and you come up with a new thing and more advancement in next time. So do participate, and our second years and third years should learn from our first years. So we are getting same entries, but they are not, I mean, they are continue showing their creativity in all the aspects, whether that is a
appetizer or dessert or coffees. They goes with everything, and I'm so happy to see their effort and keep continue doing that and come up with the new things. And of course, you will get better day by day with practice. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chef. Chef Melroy, to the students.
Yes, ma'am. All right, I was quite impressed, especially with the first years who did an amazing job. I mean, from the plating to the flavors to get those words for the menu for your dish, it was quite amazing. We would like to hear more from our third years and the second years as well. Like ma'am said, get energized, right? It's the time right now, and you have a platform to showcase. So please make use of it, and we expect more entries in our near competitions. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you, Chef, and thank you so much for your demonstration. Beautiful, beautiful job. Thank you. Andre, sir?
Good evening once again, ma'am, and good evening once again, everyone. I completely agree with the other judges that we would like to see a lot more of the second years and third years participating. Having said that, love the enthusiasm, completely in awe of whatever we saw this afternoon with the first years. I mean, the streak of competition, that's positive. All right, and you need to keep that going. So superb, and all the very best to all of you.
Thank you, Andre, sir. So thank you very much, all four judges. Thank you, my two presenters. I would appreciate all the winners to be announced on Saturday at the 2:30 webinar, which is the webinar, a competition on bread. There is, it's called, as Andre sir has beautifully put it, Need of the Hour, KNEAD, Need of the Hour. And the four divisions are dinner rolls, specifically made for our first years, that division, but also the others. Dinner rolls, flavored bread, braided bread, and focaccia, which will be presented by Susan ma'am and Glenn Chef. I want to again tell everybody, please keep sharing, viewing, liking Ashley's video so that he gets his platform and wins the DY Patil competition. Again, thank you to all the students for taking part, for everyone who's come to enjoy this webinar. And most importantly, I need to thank Justin Miranda, who I continuously worry to get all the videos ready for the event. So thank you again, Justin and the entire webinar team, Susan ma'am, Roma ma'am, Chef Prasad, Melroy Chef, and Andre sir, and Saumil for the flyer. Thank you very, very much, and good evening. Have a wonderful evening. See you again tomorrow at 5:30 for the wake for our Jerry sir. Thank you.